Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Libra. So, Libra, I'm doing your reading as usual with my own tarot deck. So, the cards that you'll see are from this deck. So, Libra, your reading today feels like you are proudly independent, but there is a missing piece. There is something that you are portraying, that you are trying to stick to the plan, or it's like continue doing what you have been doing, that it's been great. I want to say it's been successful, it's been fruitful, but it's almost like you are consuming all of your fuel, and your brain, your mind need a little bit of a break. And so I feel like the reason why you are doing that, it's like you're trying to stay awake, doing everything that you can all at once. It's almost like trying to remain awake 24/7, or trying to remain productive 24/7. Because I feel like there is this desire to collaborate with somebody, or waiting on a certain response, or waiting on a verdict, waiting on an official announcement, perhaps, about a partnership, about a collaboration. And it's interesting because today the bottom of the deck card is speaking, and it's actually wanting to be included, because that's the part that I feel like you don't want to include in the picture, but it is in the mix. It is part of why you are so focused in being independent, in sustaining this independence. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Nine of Pentacles is beginning your reading today, Libra. And this was talking about being proudly independent. This is something that you are proud of. This is something that you are, happy because of it, that you want to sustain it. So you have achieved a place of maybe even financial independence, material abundance, material success. But I feel like this is talking about the recurrence, or like the it's like the regularity of it, the frequency of your work bringing the return, or your investment bringing the return in a way that you know that you are going to keep receiving, or keep being independent, or like sustaining this feeling of being independent. So this is you paving your way to this freedom, to this independence. But this is hiding something because of the Four of Swords that is coming next. So the Four of Swords actually came with the word void, which is interesting because was the word that showed up in the Virgo reading, the reading before the last two collective readings that I did. And but this is something that I feel like it's in the back of your mind, or it's something that is, because it's not tangible, right? It's untangible. And this is tangible. It's almost like you're focusing on the material and not giving too much attention to something that is just energetic, just like a nudge. It's almost like coming through as like something that won't leave your side. Like, it's not necessarily a shadow, but it's like this discomfort about knowing that there is a certain void that is accompanying you, no matter how far you go into this Nine of Pentacles path. It's like this is, if you're not dealing with it, if you're not looking at it, this is going to remain a void. And I want to say, if you're not stopping, if you're not giving yourself a break, because this is like wanting to be productive all the time, be efficient as much as you can, and trying to stay awake 24/7. This is actually how I'm seeing the Sun card. You know, the image that I saw with the Sun card is, you know, those cartoons where the character, you know, they put like this match, you know, holding their eyes, their eyelids open so that they won't sleep, right? No matter how tired they are. And I feel like because of the Four of Swords, which is the energy in yourself, this void in yourself that you don't want to give any attention to, it's like you don't want to give yourself this time to rest, or it's like you feel like the only way perhaps to keep this abundance, to keep this independence, to keep this freedom in terms of, you know, seeing the results, receiving the financial returns perhaps. It's like it's only if you keep yourself completely awake, productive, and efficient 24/7, right? It's interesting because sometimes I see this as a clock face, which is talking about like at every single time of the day, you have to do something. Otherwise, it's almost like maybe you feel like, you know, if you go to sleep or if you just take a nap or allow yourself this, what is that word? It's like, in Portuguese, it's called ócio criativo. It's like this creative time of doing nothing. I can't remember that word. It's like el dolce far niente, right? It's like the sweet moment of just doing nothing, right? This is what this Four of Swords is representing. And I feel like maybe this is your spirit or like your mind, you know, waving this flag and saying, please, 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 I need a break. And you're like, but I can't, because in order to keep myself, because it's like it's maybe a question of pride. And I'm having like this deja vu because I feel like I've already said that maybe in another reading. Maybe for you, I can't remember. I really don't remember. It's just this weird sensation that I said that already. But it's like, maybe you're so proud of, you know, how far you've come that you feel like the only way to sustain this is to keep on doing, right? It's like if you take a nap or if you close your eyes or if you're not doing something productive or business related or, you know, focusing on your work or something that will bring this return, right? This evidence that your independence is assured. It's like you feel like you're fearing it basically, but it's like by doing so, you are exhausting yourself. With the Queen of Wands, it's like, you know, the type of elevated energy that you naturally have, Libra, but this is talking about consuming all of your fuel. This is actually what I heard after the Sun coming this Queen of Wands. It's like, you know, it's almost like this summer day where you want to enjoy like every bit of sunshine. So it's like the moment that the sun is up, you're there sunbathing, and you're only leaving the moment that the sun is setting, right? It's like really like exceeding the limits, right? It's like not really knowing when to stop working or when to stop, like when to give yourself some time to rest, when to just close your eyes and give yourself a break. Because I feel like if you look at this, right, because so far you're looking at the things that are productive, you're not giving attention to this void which seems to be growing, I want to say, and growing in terms of like a warning. Because as much as you feel like you have a lot of energy, like you are, it's like you're capable, you have the strength, you have the capacity, you have the fuel to show up and do this, right? And to give yourself, like to give everything that you have, right? Give your best in a sense. But with the Page of Swords, this is, you know, right underneath the Four of Swords. So the more that you don't look at this break to your brain, break to your conscious thoughts, break to your rational mind, that it's like, you know, it's the same as this. You know, if this is representing this clock face of you trying to do as much as possible in one day, it's like this is ticking also, right? And this void is also growing. It's like by the minute, by the hour, by the day, because you need to reset your energy, because you need to recharge. Because if you don't, it's like your mind is collapsing. It's almost like your ability to think straight, your ability to find logic, or to find common sense, or to just process any type of basic information, it's like it's shrinking, right? The more you feel like you can over explore this energy of yours, it's like the less you're giving yourself a break. And that is like as a consequence, and I want to say like a detrimental consequence, it's like your mind is shutting off. It's like your mind is not thinking with the same capacity that you are giving your full energy. So this is something that I feel like you are aware. It's just that you are choosing not to look at it. It's like you are, you know, in order to maintain this, because you're proud of it, it's like, are you afraid that if you don't do this, you will lose your independence, Libra? But I feel like it's not the case, right? It's like, even though I'm not getting the same traditional meaning of, you know, things being easy and flowing naturally with this Sun card, it's almost like a commitment, right? A commitment to your tasks, to your activities, to anything that is going to provide this sustainable life, this independent life. Because I feel like the more that you do, it's like your energy is increasing, but just it's like your brain power is shutting down. It's in the same proportion. So maybe you're okay with that. It's like because you are truly focusing on your energetic instead of your brain. So maybe that makes sense, because it's like it's the sign that you're going to flow spontaneously without your brain interfering. But to be honest, Libra, I feel like there is a break that is needed, because maybe this is just creating this shade, or creating this distraction. That is the word, creating a distraction because you're waiting on something. So maybe that's the reason why you're not even caring that your brain is shutting down, because it's almost like maybe you're doing that on purpose. Because if your brain was completely active and part of this equation, it's like you would be anxious about a result, you would be anxious or maybe just with high expectations about something that you're waiting on the result. You're waiting on the official announcement with the Judgment here. So before that, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like there is, it's almost like this very small desire or a small expectation that you feel like by engaging in several activities and by putting all of your energy into them, it's like you're going to distract yourself, or at least distract your brain from something that you are so wanting, you're so desirous of participating in. It's like there is maybe a team that you want to be part of. Maybe this is, you know, a friend group that you want to be included, that you want to belong to. But, you know, because of the Nine of Pentacles, it's more so like maybe work related, but it could be in different areas. It's just that it has to be something concrete. It's not something that you're just thinking about, or just actually you're not thinking about at all. It's like you're not allowing yourself to think about it, right? It's like that's what you're shutting down. So because this is so important to you, I want to say, it's like being included, being part of this is so important, that because you know that it's like it's out of your hands, right? You have no control whether or not you are going to be included, but it's like you just feel like you belong, right? And this is something that is important, and that's the part why I feel like you're consciously deciding not to give yourself a break, because it's almost like if you have a little bit of a spare time, or if you just if you're doing nothing, right? If you're just contemplating and resting, it's like this is going to come to mind. Oh my God. Okay, I just saw what's underneath. So in the bottom of the deck, we have not only the Two of Cups, but to me, the Temperance card, especially, you know, like this, beside the Two of Cups, is this higher version of the Two of Cups. So I feel like that's the reason why you're not wanting to focus your brain, your mind, your consciousness towards something that is not related to something concrete. Because there's something so significant that you want so much to be manifested, to be concrete, to be a participant in, like your actual human being part of a group, being part of a team. Because I want to say, like, what is really going on, Libra, is that there is somebody, maybe part of this group, that is touching your heart in a special way, right? It's like you're seeing somebody that is in this group in a different lens. And I feel like it's almost like you feel like maybe this is something that is just like this human romantic type of love, maybe, or connection at least. Maybe it's not yet love, but just like a resonance, right? And that is the reason why this decision, when it is announced, it's so important to you, because it's like pulling on your heartstrings. And this is like something that, because you're so proud of where you have come, or like how far you have come in terms of finding this independence, right? And sometimes, you know, I've heard this card of the Nine of Pentacles being a card of singlehood. So maybe you are also proud of that. But in fact, what this void is talking about is this. It's like what you really want, or what you really desire, or what you really are calling in, or like it's like this type of emotional work or emotional exchange. That's the better way to say it. Emotional exchange, that it's still at the back of your mind, and you're just like wanting to shut it even more, right? It's like sweeping it under the rug, to the point that you don't want to create expectations. That's the thing. You don't want to create expectations about this, about a potential relationship, a potential romantic connection with somebody, because what you're focusing on is this aspect, is the collaboration, is, you know, the decision about whether or not you're going to be included in this teamwork, right? So your focus, your consciousness is all towards the work. It's all towards the practical aspects of it. What is concrete, what is real, and not really what your mind is already giving you the hint that, you know, the moment that you sleep, the moment that you close your eyes, it's like, I feel like this is what is going to spark. So that's the reason why you are maybe intentionally, you know, draining yourself, right? Putting all of your energy, your physical energy, your all of your fuel, right? It's like you want to like just use it all, or to distract. I want to say create activities that are going to occupy your brain, but that's like shrinking the power of your brain. And maybe you're doing so intentionally because there is this important decision that you, it's like if you put your mind to this, it's like it's going to bring this. And this is what I feel like you're not wanting to see, at least not at this point, because so far, since this decision wasn't yet announced, it's like you don't want it to affect your own independent life, your own independent choices. So this is interesting. This is really interesting, Libra, but I feel like it's coming through powerfully here. So I feel like there is no way that you can avoid, and maybe you really do need to give yourself a break. And if this is really out of your hands, it's like this will not change anything, right? So give yourself a break, and it doesn't matter what comes up. It's like, you know, if you take a nap and in 5 minutes you just fall into this deep sleep, into this dream that will bring about this, it's just because it's meant to be, right? So I am going to pull more cards for you, Libra, and I'm going to pull also from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.